Welcome, everyone. Let's see, work session is now underway. First project to review is 330 North Gore. This was a deck replacement, the Rock House.
Actually, this is more than a deck replacement. When you read the scope carefully, they're planning to remove the railings. And it looks like they're looking for some sort of variance to perhaps keep them as they are without replacing them. So I'd like to have a more of a conversation about the condition of the existing railings. And because they are a character defining feature, if they do need to be modified to meet code, we can discuss ways to do that that would be appropriate for the property. And even if they do need to be replaced, there's ways I think that new railing can be configured to match the existing as closely as possible and bring it into code compliance.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, in my opinion, is if they do replace it, they may think about maybe making the height code compliant, but not doing the spindles and doing the X
Right.
infill that would at least keep people from pitching over the side, but it would,
Yeah. Keep that crossbuck configuration. And because it does have that heavy timber look, which I think goes well with the house and is obviously, it's not original, but it's early. The property, it did burn in 1910 and was reconstructed then. So after all of these years, those in their own right are historic.
Right. A detailed thing that I had to comment on is they talked about putting the new plank flooring on the waterproofing. And I would suggest if they have the space to put sleepers down in parallel to the direction of the water flow and have the boards be a bit up above the waterproofing so that there's no rot.
I agree.
Yeah.
And I kind of reviewed this one just looking at the photos because the drawings don't really match. I don't really know what the drawings are showing.
Yeah, the drawings really don't match the look of the existing building at all.
Yeah. And I can't recall if we commented in too much depth last time we saw this, but they talk about flashing as necessary, which flashing as necessary if they start bringing the flashing over the edges of things or up, and you can see it, especially if it's like a white TPO or a PVC, you'll see that. So be careful detailing it so that you don't see that.
Right.
So
right, to help maintain the historic appearance.
Yeah.
Right, the next one is also a public hearing, 220 West Lockwood. It's a new sign.
I had no comment.
No comments.
I have no comments except for that the agenda calls it a blade sign. It's really just a wall sign.
No comments from me. All right, next we have 412 East Bradford Avenue, new windows, which we saw last time.
Yeah.
I think the
Name Rex submittal.
well, I think the difference I saw was the windows 1 and 2 were the grids were different to match the T.
Yeah, it looks like those front windows, they're maintaining the grill pattern.
Yes.
That helps a bit.
Yeah.
I wonder if there were some changes, at least I thought there were some changes to it, but I wonder if we talk about what is required on a window replacement submittal, not just for this project, but just the size of photos, the fact that using yellow ink on white paper, you can't read anything. And it just a sidebar, I guess, but.
Well, we've some of the window sales folks that we see a lot through here, we ask them to please be mindful that their submittals are legible, because it makes it easier on us and easier on them, because if we can read it, we can potentially review it and approve it. But if we can't read it, there has to be a follow up and resubmittal.
Right. Well, and you know, it's us politely asking that in these sessions, but I wonder if there's something that can be more written in the
Mhm.
So-
Little-
In the
Um,
submittal requirements.
yes,
Yeah.
thank you, thank you.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, we can follow up on that.
Mhm.
Yeah.
All right, next we have 479 Algonquin Place, new garage. We also saw this one last time. I think there was some revisions made, some showing some structure, they removed the awning.
Yeah, I think that the band trim that's shown on the rendering, it's not shown on the hardline drawings, but that is, I think, a nice feature. And to verify that that is indeed included in the project and that it run, all the way around the perimeter of the new addition.
Mhm.
And then they had also mentioned on the previous submittal, perhaps wanting to have some sort of protection over the overhead garage door. And it's not a requirement, it's just something to consider, maybe adding some sort of bracketed roof if they wanted to maintain that protection.
Yeah. I think overall the revisions were a big improvement. The roof pitch organization was much better because at one time there was something in the middle that was sort of just connecting the dots to make it work. And then I think they really organized things. I wonder if they would consider matching the existing pitch of the 1612-ish, but I'm thinking that's what it is on the addition. The hips are nice. The hips are a good inclusion. And also I'm wondering I'd like more information on the railing on the balcony. It looks like it might just be a prefabbed aluminum system, and didn't know if there's something that would be more indicative of that stucco Tudor style of the house that would be more, I don't know, relevant or I don't know, just a lot of improvements here, but then to put a prepackaged aluminum railing might be a missed opportunity.
I just had a comment on that, that beam that comes out to hold the roof. It looks like we're seeing the actual structure. And maybe we want to finish that off. Make it look like the actual double beam shown in the graphics, so.
Which one is it?
It's a beam that comes out to hold the corner of the hip roof.
Oh, I see.
Cantilever, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. And that could be wrapped or decorated something. Yeah.
just
Okay.
to finish it off.
I'm
Yeah.
saying, yeah.
Yeah, I think the hip roof is a nice move on this one. Works well. All right, we can discuss Algonquin. Next, we have 734 Yeatman Avenue, new garage. Comments from the board?
Was 221 Arbor not in the packet?
Correct.
No.
Okay,
it's
okay.
Left over from last time. Thought this looked nice. We do have 2 blank walls with no windows, so maybe if you could talk to them if they're open to adding that. And then wanted to talk about adding trim around the openings.
I agree on the windows, at least on the side facing the home. Maybe the one facing the creek isn't necessary, but I was wondering, asked about the exposed concrete finishing, if that's just going to be left board formed or if it would, or regular formed, or if it'd be rubbed or finished.
Or board form.
Or board form. And then also this is minor, but the apron in front of the garage where it doesn't line up with the apron of the steps coming down, it just seems like make it a constant width, the maximum, very minor though.
All right.
I like the flounder. You don't see those very often.
Mhm.
Okay, next we have 637 Atlanta, new windows.
I had no comment.
Yeah, I just wanted to have a conversation about the mix of grill and no grill. Yeah, I drove by there just to verify, and it looks like most of the existing windows do have grill pattern. And yeah, it's just I'm not discerning any pattern to what has grills and what doesn't. You know, sometimes people will have a particular pattern in mind, like their upper level has grills, but the rest does not or something, but I'm not seeing that here. So I just wanted to talk about that one a little bit.
Okay. Next, we have number 8 Hull Avenue, door replacement. Comments?
I had none.
No comment?
Fine.
All right, I didn't have any comments either, so recommend approving as submitted. Now we have 335 Baker, door replacement.
No comments.
Sorry.
I think I'm fine.
Yeah, no comment.
Yep.
Everyone's good? Okay. I was fine with this one as well. Approve as submitted. We will,
I think we just need to change the agenda. Well, yeah, it says garage renovation extension of addition with carport.
oh, you're looking at the detail.
Yeah, just to
Strike the bottom.
Yeah. That is the door replacement only, a clarification, door replacement only.
Read that in the motion. And then next we have 1433 Wexford Avenue, new construction. This is preliminary.
I appreciate that they're going back with the original home style and also doing it modestly, but it just seems it's a good opportunity to tear down and go with something oversized and fashionable, which is being built right now a lot, which is just nice to see, but it looks good to me.
Yeah, I felt like I didn't have any comments. It'd be fine approving it. We wanted to put it up to a full submittal.
Yeah, I'm fine with that too.
I agree. So we can move 1433 Wexford Avenue and approve as submitted.
Since that was preliminary, would they need to come back again though? No?
You can usually just move it to a full submittal and then vote.
Got it.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, that's our work session list. So we're going to take a break until the official meeting will begin at 5:30. So if everyone could just hang on until then, thank you. All right, welcome everyone to the Architectural Review Board meeting. We finished our work session. The regular meeting is now underway. Introduced Tacoa Bell and Jim Bailey with the city. We have Jamie Hassmeyer, who's our council liaison. I'm not sure if she's online. In addition, Carol Duncan, Tracy Collins, David Yates, and myself, all volunteer architects sitting on the board. First item of business is review of meeting minutes from October 23rd, from which I believe 4 of us are here. So with that, may I have a motion?
I will move to approve the October 23rd meeting minutes as written.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. Meeting minutes are approved as written. Next, we have a couple of pre-approvals, 3 to be exact. So I'll ask for a motion on each. And first one is 8 Hull Avenue. May I have a motion?
I make a motion to approve 8 Hull Avenue as submitted.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
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 Aye, opposed? All right, 8 Hole has been approved, so if you're here for that project, you are free to go. Next, we have 335 Baker Avenue. May I have a motion?
I'll make a motion to approve 335 Baker Avenue with the clarification that the approval is for the door replacement only.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
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 Aye, opposed? All right, Baker Avenue is approved, so if you're here for that, you're free to go. Last one, we are moving 1433 Wexford Avenue from preliminary to a vote approved. May I have a motion?
I move to approve 1433 Wexford Avenue as submitted.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye, opposed? All right, Wexford Avenue is approved. So if you're here for that project, you're free to go. Great, you're welcome. At this point, if we read your project and you're here in person, we'll just ask that you come up to the microphone and introduce yourself, and then we'll talk about your project. If you're on Zoom, to raise your Zoom hand, and Dacoa will add you to the conversation. First couple are public hearings as well, so we'll start with 330 North Gore Avenue. Anyone present for that? Come on up. Hi,
How's it going?
Hi there.
good. Are you,
I'm the contractor.
okay,
My name's Donald Getty.
okay, Donald, welcome. All right. Yeah, go ahead,
Yeah.
Carol.
Could you give us some insight into the condition of the existing rails?
The existing rails, the way they're set up, I don't know if you've seen in the picture, they've got the support post and then your top rail. Most of the rail looks okay, but there's how they dressed up the post looks like there could be rot underneath there, and we haven't exposed that, so we don't know what's necessarily hiding underneath there. But there does look like there's rot. And then underneath the handrails where the tongue and groove flooring is, there is some rot under there.
Okay.
It's just we're unaware of what we get into until we open it up.
Yeah, and with a situation like this property is on the National Register of Historic Places. So in preservation, typically what we do is try to preserve the original. And if repairs are needed, like, where the posts are dressed up at the bottom,
Mhm.
if when you look at that, it's just, just the trim, and the trim piece can be replaced
Mhm.
in kind, that's what we would do. And we need to preserve that look, because those are those railings are character defining features
Yeah.
of the property. So you haven't had a chance to do any investigation into the condition of, did you try to pull off any of the trim at all?
So I didn't pull off any trim. I took, poked around for soft spots or
Mhm.
weatheredness. And since, sorry, I speak with my hands, most of it's
That's
covered.
okay.
It appears to be in good shape.
Okay.
Surprisingly enough for the age, everything seems to be okay. It's almost like the tongue and groove flooring took most of the rot. My biggest area of concern is there was a hole in one of which is pictured in the file. There's a hole that they had tarped off. That is my biggest concern there. As far as poke test, none of the rails showed up bad under the
Okay.
poke test.
Okay, well, that's outstanding news, because, ideally what we'd like to do is preserve those and just repair any parts that are compromised.
Right.
Yeah. So, yeah, and then I believe that there were some questions about the detailing on the flooring.
Yeah, yeah. So first of all, if there's some clarification on the variance that there's being applied for, is the variance directed by the city, or?
I think it's not a true variance. It's more of just, will the city accept a non-code compliant rail? Because it's not the proper height.
Okay,
So it
is
would
is that determined yet, or?
Well, I guess that would be a question for Jim. If the existing railing is in good shape, but just needs spot repair, can it remain
Yes.
even though it's not compliant?
Under the existing building code for historic buildings, there is an exception for repairs to repair in like.
Yeah.
Okay.
That would be allowable.
Yeah, to repair in kind,
Mhm.
then you could leave the existing original material, which would be great, and just match the look of any parts that were compromised. So that would end up keeping the integrity of the property and, yeah, would be in the best interest of your project.
That's what I would prefer to do too.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
sounds
And
great.
actually even using methods that, if there is rot at the base, which that's not atypical,
Mhm.
even if you would, what's the hog out the rot
Oh.
nits
Mhm.
down to solid wood and then inject that magic putty they use. I'm not sure what it's called, but to actually, get it structurally again.
Mhm.
And that could solve the issue entirely and just leave the railing there,
Yeah.
I mean, that'd be my opinion.
Yeah, and that's awesome that so much of it is in sound condition.
It's surprising,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
it's a good surprise.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
just,
that
and clean
Old
it.
growth lumber.
Yeah. And just clean it up and paint it,
Mhm.
and my question about the replacement of the floorboards, there's gonna be a new membrane underneath the floorboards.
Yeah.
How high is that coming up the side walls? Is it gonna be visible from below?
No, the membrane strictly to protect the floor joist, just in case because it is tongue and groove, there shouldn't be any penetration underneath, but they have offices underneath. So it's just an added layer of protection. And we do run it about 3 inches up the side of the wall, but we can paint that to match the wall and blend it in.
Okay. And then is the membrane just on top of the joist or is it on top of a?
Yes, it's on top of the joist underneath the flooring.
Oh, okay. So the flooring itself is also the deck.
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah.
So then you're basically are you putting a membrane from joist to joist or just on top of the joists?
Kind of in joist to joist, but not necessarily like a gutter system.
Okay.
Just another layer of protection. That way they don't run into this problem in the future.
Okay. Because I was going to suggest if there was a deck of some sort with waterproofing on it, I would raise the decking on sleepers, but it sounds like it's already
Mhm.
it's not that. So okay.
Yeah, I from my understanding, which I haven't opened it up yet, they originally just had the tongue and groove laid there.
Okay.
And that's what failed. So I figured with this little bit of protection, we can prevent it from failing in the
Yeah.
future.
Okay. So it truly is a deck then. It's not a porch. It's more of a deck. So
Mhm.
okay. That's all I have for questions.
Yeah, we really appreciate that you are interested in being a really good steward of this building because it's really significant.
I
We
am
appreciate it.
excited to work on this project. I've been reading on the history of it and everything, and I don't know, it's just the little things in life that bring me some excitement, you know?
Mhm.
Yeah, it is. It is pretty interesting. I pulled the history myself and I hadn't read it all until today. It's very interesting.
It's supposed to be haunted, they say. There were some ghost tours done on it and stuff.
Oh, it is.
All right, so I think to move forward before we move forward on a motion, then I think just so I'm clear, because the submittal is really just, it includes some railing options I don't think that we're in favor of, right? So I think we'll just read the motion around replacing it, in the exact configuration it currently is. I just want to make sure everyone's in
Yeah,
agreement with
I
that.
think we're preserving as much of the original as possible and
Yeah.
only doing repairs in kind where needed.
Yeah.
And any change in that would need to be resubmitted and re-reviewed.
Yes, okay,
Agreed.
great. So before the vote then, this is a public hearing, so is there anyone else present in person or online that wants to make a comment? And seeing no one, may I have a motion.
I'll make a motion to approve 330 North Gore with the understanding that the existing railings are to be maintained. They will be repaired only as required with spot repairs to match in kind. Any change or potential change to the agreed solution will need to be resubmitted and re-reviewed.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
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 Aye. Opposed? All right, you're approved as noted.
Thank you, guys.
Very good.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Good evening. All right, next we have 220 West Lockwood Avenue, new sign.
Good evening.
Good evening.
I'm Robert Halbrick from Central Bank.
Michael. I don't think the board had any comments.
Yeah.
Okay,
that was good.
nope,
We're all good.
good,
So, thank you for coming up.
perfect. I appreciate that.
So, with that, I'll ask, is there anyone else present that wants to make a comment on 220 West Lockwood Avenue? Online? May I have a motion, please?
I make a motion to approve 220 West Lockwood as submitted.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Are you approved?
Good to go.
Thank you and have a good evening. Next, we have 412 East Bradford Avenue, new windows. Hello.
Hello, I'm
Hello.
back with the windows for the Bradford house.
Right, yep, welcome back.
Thank you.
It looks like from the last time we met, you've changed out window types 1 and 2 to be the grill that match the original T shape. Is that correct?
Yes, I changed all of the front windows to casement with the upside down T design to keep the authenticity of the original design.
Okay. Any other questions from the board? Nope. All right, thanks for clarifying that. With that, may I have a motion on 412 East Bradford?
I move to approve 412 East Bradford as submitted.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
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 Aye. Opposed? All right, Pamela, you're approved. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Next, we have 479 Algonquin Place. Hello,
Aye.
Luke Pulliam, architect.
Hello.
Luke, welcome
Hey.
back. Welcome back. So, few changes. And I guess there were a few comments we made beforehand. I don't know if you heard them, but
No, I unfortunately missed them. Yeah, just let me know what they are.
That looked improved.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Yeah, well,
Um,
I talked to the client and, we're going back and forth with the gable and we decided this approach looked best in the end and, he was on board and then the awning on the side, he just decided to let it go for budgetary reasons and thought the cantilever be with, how it attached. He's like, I'm just gonna let it go for now.
yeah, I mean, I think the hip looks great. As well, so. I think there was maybe a detail
I
question.
just had that beam, the double beam that comes out to hold the roof.
Yeah,
It looks like it's modeled just like as the double beams, but I don't know if you were gonna wrap that just to kind of finish it off.
yeah, it'll be
Yeah.
wrapped.
Okay.
It's more of that's
That's
a
what I
modeling
figured.
graphic. Yeah,
Yeah,
it'll
yeah.
be wrapped and platted to look like the other green trim around the house.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it'll be monolithic.
Yeah.
Yeah. And my comment was on the same lines of just the decorativeness of it. I was wondering what you're proposing for the railing of that balcony, if it was, I mean, it might be a modeling error, because right now it looks like just like a prefabbed aluminum fence type. But I know if there was something a little more decorative that matched the style of the house better.
So we were going to match, if you look in the existing photos, there's a deck in the back, which, I mean, it's a prefab metal rail. We're gonna try and match that, so it's all kind of cohesive.
Okay. I mean, I guess that there's like existing there on the project, at least it's.
Yeah, and it has,
It matches.
it
Yeah.
has thicker, corner, you know.
That is nicer, yeah.
Right. I
Yeah.
think to me, that was one of the things I was gonna ask, but now that you point that out,
Yeah.
I think that would be a good way to match it up. And then I think my secondary concern was, yeah, you'll probably need a thicker corner rail. But that's what you have on the deck, so
Right, yeah, that might be
that's just a
Modeling thing.
Yeah, no, that makes sense.
I've done railings in Revit.
Right.
They're terrible.
Okay, so there was maybe one other question about trim,
Yeah.
horizontal consideration. I think it was a consideration. But
Well, actually, it's just a clarification. It looks like on the rendering that there's a horizontal band trim here, but I didn't see it on the hardline drawings. I wanted to confirm that horizontal
Oh.
trim is indeed in the project.
That is not, so
It is,
that's,
well, I'm
that's
disappointed.
it's a graphic,
Yeah.
that'll be all,
Stucco.
stucco.
Yeah, I think if that's all stucco, that's pretty severe looking without that band trim to just have those four windows with nothing. Hang on, let me take another look through this.
I mean,
And that we're trying to match like, if you look at the front of the house, it's
Yeah.
kind of like, there's punch windows with monolithic stucco.
yeah,
Really, the whole house is kind of almost a stucco, kind of lack of
Yeah.
detail sort of situation.
right,
Except
simple.
on the upper areas, which we were trying to match those
Mhm.
with the master bedroom.
I mean, I could see it with or without
I guess, yeah,
myself, so.
it just looks like around with like some of the window trim, it looks like there's just a lot more articulation around the windows than I'm seeing on the new addition.
Right, do the existing windows have a projected stucco sill, or I can't really tell on the front of the house? Cause it's so small, the pictures, but something to consider, right?
Yeah.
The way you trim them out, I don't know.
The goal is to match, the new windows that go on the stucco are to match what's existing around the front of the house. That's what we're trying to do, and I noted, I mean.
Yeah,
It's like a brick.
I can't really tell in the pictures, but I
Trying
think
to-
if that's the goal,
Yeah,
Yeah,
then I
I just,
think,
if, yeah, because, I'm looking at these windows and there's, that articulation provides some dimension and some texture that I really think if you're gonna match it, that needs to be there on the addition. If you're going without that trim board, just so there's some surface relief and not just the smooth, flat stucco.
so on page, if you look, it's G05. There's a larger view. You kind of see the garage on the left, and then there's a view of the windows on the lower level.
Uh-huh.
I mean, what the trim surrounds, I mean, obviously that's like three windows together, but like how the sill is detailed and the trim around the edge and the head, that's what we're gonna mimic with the new punch windows on the
okay,
north side of the garage.
Okay, that's good.
Yeah.
That addresses my concern.
It looks
Okay.
like wood
Yeah.
to me, but yeah.
Yeah.
right, yeah, whether it's wood or whatever it is, that's great. Okay. All right, I think then,
Oh, just one quick thing, and this is just something to consider. I mean, you had mentioned previously about wanting some protection at the overhead garage door.
Hmm.
And, if you wanted to like consider doing some sort of like just simple bracketed roof above that to break up that elevation, that would be fine. I mean, it's not a requirement, but you all had mentioned that you were kind of interested in that. So I was just, gonna throw it
Gotcha.
out there.
Yeah, I mean, we did look at that, and then kind of when the awning went away, that sort of.
That idea went
scope-
away.
Scope went away with it, yeah.
That's fine. That's fine. I just, if it was something that that y'all had your heart set on, you know, that would be a way to solve it. But if it's out, that's
Yeah.
fine.
Okay, yeah. All right.
All right. Well, it sounds like we're good here. We could read a motion, just to clarify the window trim and the beam and the hand, the guardrail, the railing, sorry.
Mhm.
So with that, may I have a motion?
Yep, I move to approve 478 Algonquin Place with the following clarifications: that the railing will match the existing rail on the home. The window trim at the stucco walls will match the existing trim at windows and stucco walls. And the beam that supports the cantilevered roof will be wrapped with trim.
Second,
All in favor?
Aye.
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 Opposed? All right, you're approved as noted. Thank you.
Thank you.
Good night.
You too.
Thank you.
Next, we have 734 Yeatman Avenue.
Good evening. Adam Spencer. I am the property owner and the project architect.
Okay, welcome, Adam.
Hello.
Thank you. All right, I think there was maybe a couple comments. Whoever.
I just had a comment on the openings, the door and the garage door and window. I think it might be nice to add some trim around them, just so it kind of matches what you have going on at your home,
Okay.
the main house.
Yeah.
And then I don't know if you'd be open to adding, because we've got 2 blank walls on the garage, if you'd be open to adding an additional window maybe, or kind of what your thoughts were.
Yeah, so the existing does have a window, facing the house on the south side.
Yeah.
I was looking at, maybe doing some windows up high. The only concern, just kind of adding costs is like the distance between the house and the garage is like 10 feet. It's like, I'm not going to spend any time in there. And it's like, you can't really see it. And I didn't know, if that's something worth pursuing. So,
Yeah, I mean, I just thought it could help with the blank walls, but
yeah.
yeah, I guess I misspoke earlier. You don't have any windows, you just have the doors that would
Yes.
need trim. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Does the face away from the house, that faces like a Dry Creek bed, or what's the neighbor?
Oh, it's a Dry Creek bed that's down
Okay,
there.
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, to me, you've got a couple of doors with windows in them, which is nice, so it's
Mhm.
not just like there's no articulation. So I was okay with that. Myself.
How are you finishing the concrete that's exposed? At the bottom, the concrete stem wall that is it gonna be a finished concrete or painted or rubbed or?
I'm gonna paint it to match the house.
Okay.
So, yeah.
That's cool.
Mhm.
And then real minor is just how the apron at the door doesn't match the apron in front of the garage door. Didn't wonder if you just pour a single slab across there. Because right now the asphalt kind of cuts into it and it's very minor.
No.
Yeah. But I don't know if you'd consider that just,
I guess I'm not understanding.
like right here, I'm seeing the apron come out and then.
Yes. Oh, yeah.
And just do one line across
Yeah,
there and
Yes. Yeah.
minor.
Yeah.
Okay, is there any other comments?
No, I think it looks nice.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
nice
You're
that
okay with
the-
the shed roof instead of?
Yeah, I think it's-
Yeah.
Oh, I like
That
the
was-
bed roof.
with the- Especially the.
Yeah, because I gotta
green.
get I gotta get all the water towards the creek anyways, so. just
Oh, I think it
make
looks good.
electrical.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, the shed roof's nice.
You have to drive by there because that Dry Creek intrigues me how it's like, looks like it used to be a street or something or.
Well, so MSD just did a big sewer project through there, so
Oh, okay.
they just finished that, and so this garage is much more visible now. They took 8 of my trees, plus they probably took maybe
Ooh.
20.
Oh,
So,
gee. Oh,
yeah,
wow. Okay.
Yeah, I'm just trying to clean it up, get it workable again, so.
All right, well, I think the only thing was adding the trim to match the house, and you were good with that on the doors and on the doors, right?
Okay. Yeah.
Concrete apron.
The concrete apron and painting the foundation.
All right, great. Well, with that, then, may I have a motion on 734 Yeatman?
I moved to approve for, or 734 Yeatman with the following revisions. There will be trim added at all openings to match the home. The exposed concrete will be painted to match the siding. And that's it, right?
The concrete apron.
Oh, the concrete, yeah.
Yeah,
I
well.
was like, I thought there were three things.
Yeah.
And then the front concrete apron will be one continuous line across the front of the garage.
Second.
All in favor?
I,
Aye.
Aye, opposed? All right, you're approved as noted.
All right, thank you.
Thanks, Adam. All right, next we have 637 Atlanta Avenue. Anyone present for 637?
Nope, there we are.
Super.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah, hi.
How you doing?
Good. Welcome, Rob. I think there was a question from Carol.
yeah, I just wanted to talk with you about the mix of grill and no grill windows. Are you intending to go one particular direction or another there? Because it looks like most of your existing windows have grills on them.
Yeah, so I'm with Window World. I was the salesman there. The homeowners, these are the first ones they are replacing. So on the second story, a handful of them that were replaced don't have the grids. A couple were replaced with grids in there. They were wanting to go without grids on the windows if that was okay.
Yeah,
Right, right. So the goal is to have no grids eventually.
Correct.
This is what I'm
eventually,
hearing.
yes, yeah,
Okay.
well,
These are the first windows they're replacing since purchasing the house. And it's kind of a mixture all around where, currently on that same side, the two lower windows below it have it. On the front of the house, the first floor windows have grids, the second floor don't. And on the left side, some don't and one does. Out of the 5 on the back, only one does, and that's on the second floor.
yeah, that's that. Yeah, it is kind of, it doesn't have a lot of rhyme or reason to it. That's why I was asking if they were going one particular direction. I understand that it sounds like they're going in the no grill direction, which, I don't think it's not horrible, but it's kind of a shame because of the period style of the house. I really feel that the grills are a part of that historic style, and I see it's designated as a century home. So,
Yeah.
I'm not going to vote against it, but I'm not really a big fan of.
And I believe on the first floor, they like the grids. So if they were replace those, they would keep them on the first floor, especially on the front of the house. But the rest they would like to go to no grids.
Well, there would at least be some rhyme or reason to it. But really, if they're considering that, I would strongly encourage, as they do the new stuff, to go to the grid route, because it is in keeping with the style of the century home.
So it looks like that would be a 9 white pattern on the top and then no grids on the bottom.
I'm sorry, say that again.
So it looks like that would be a 9/1 pattern.
If they were to keep it correct, yeah.
Right.
Okay, so that existing front window, that looks like that's not in the scope. Am I understanding that correctly?
Correct. It's just 2 windows on the second floor on the right side of the building.
Yeah. Yeah, because, okay, yeah, boy, that scared me there for a minute. Okay, you know, like I said, I'm not going to vote against this, but if everyone's amenable, maybe we could add the option for the owners to consider keeping the existing, do existing pattern. If I can spit it out, sorry, I'm not talking very plainly. We'll add an option for there to be grills in the top sash to match the existing windows. So after you talk with them about keeping the historic integrity of the style of the house, if they do decide they want to have grills, they can do that without coming back for approval.
Yeah, I think we could do that, and because the existing second story windows don't have grids now, that's where I'm fine with the no grids, but myself. Okay. Well, I think that's it. I don't know if there's any other questions on this one, so may I have a motion on 637 Atalanta?
I'll make a motion to approve 637 Atalanta as submitted with the option for the windows to have grills in the top sash to match the existing.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye, opposed? All right, Rob, you're approved as noted. Thank you.
Thank you.
And with that, we are adjourned. Thanks all.